Today I might be able to get all the gold items. Alright. Just now 2 people were here with leather armor and I just like 2-shotted them because I'm angry.
Suddenly remembers what Namcan told him in the warehouse and asks her what proof she was talking about. To his surprise, she says that nothing happened in the warehouse. As soon as she stepped in, she passed out. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Recap King. In this video, we will explain The Prey. This movie tells the story of an inmate who escapes from prison to save his wife and daughter from the threat of serial rapists and serial killers. Will he be able to save them? Let's find out in The Prey. The film begins by showing a man who is a prisoner named Adrian Frank, who is convicted of robbery with a sum of €2 million. In prison, Adrian lives in the same cell with a man named Jean-Louis Moreau, who is convicted of raping underage people. One night, 3 male inmates came to the cell where Adrian and Louis were living. The 3 men deliberately came in to harass Louis because they knew that he was a sexual criminal.
You can use
As soon as
balloons
the
here.
3 men entered, they immediately asked Adrian to come out so they could more freely harass Louis. Adrian
I don't even know that.
We are introduced to a wealthy businessman named Jin. He owns several businesses, most of which are restaurants. Jin is a culinary art enthusiast and is very particular about the food sold in his restaurants. He spends hours tasting dishes served by famous chefs and their cooking. Over the years, he's developed a unique talent where he can tell what ingredients a dish is made of just by smelling it. One day, he goes to a 5-star hotel that he is going to buy.
What?
He is served is the famous beef Wellington.
I'm trying again.
No,
No, it was not just paused.
one afternoon, Jin allows her to eat with him, and the two enjoy a long meal together. They also eat blowfish for the first time. He has also checked out of the hotel, which worries her, deciding to check up on him. He arrives at his home.
So bad.
He is enjoying a meal made by his personal chef of 7 years. The women instantly see each other as rivals and try to prove how important they are to Jin. In the end, an infuriated Shangnan storms off their her. The next day, the other chef comes to meet Shangnan at work and asks her to be an assistant chef for Jin. Shangnan refuses, asking her to go away. At night, Jin comes to her apartment to apologize, but drives away at the last minute. He has never felt close to anyone in his life other than Shangnan, which is why he is scared of losing her. But he doesn't understand that it is love. He pulls away. He goes to the restaurant the next day and fires all the kitchen employees. He has decided to buy the hotel, but since it doesn't live up to their standards management-wise, their company has decided to use it for something else. Jin tries to talk to Shangnan, but she doesn't want to listen to a word he has to say. During dinner, Jin asks his chef to join him. She is surprised because over the course of 7 years, he has never asked her to eat. She reveals that she only made 1 portion, like she always does. She doesn't want to face him or on the other hand, he's stubborn. He follows the taxi and ends up in a crowded market. Upon taking the watch's signal, he finds Shangnan's dog with it. Then, the dog brings him to a place where Shangnan has locked herself inside. She refuses to talk to him, but her interest peaks when he mentions that she is the only friend he has had in life. He
Well, you can use a
confesses his
metal
love
detector
and asks her to come outside.
to know.
Shangnan even makes him say that she is the sexiest person in the world. After the interaction, they go to her apartment building, but Jin brings her to a different apartment because it has a better view of the sky. The movie ends as they watch the sunset together. The moral of this creepy story is that as long as you're rich, you will literally always get your way. Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on. In the opening scene, a man named Terenzio rushes into a Brazilian airport. He is visibly panicking and is in a hurry. Most people would think he is missing a flight, but the truth cannot be further from that. He asks the help desk for any ticket to the west, but finds out the nearest one is 2 hours later. Still, he buys the ticket just for the sake of crossing the terminal. At the same airport, a famous influencer, Ines, is video chatting with a friend in New York when suddenly she chokes and falls unconscious. just that, but an entire street of people are lying unconscious on the ground. The viewers think it must be some kind of joke, except for Terenzio, who knows what is going on. He says it is time for him to act and rushes to the terminal. When a guard is distracted, Terenzio snatches his gun and asks everyone to get out of his way. He rushes to a flight that is about to take off to Moscow in a few minutes. Only some passengers have boarded the flight, and he gets inside and holds everyone at gunpoint. The pilot is missing, and the co-pilot, Matthew, doesn't want to help the terrorists. As they fight for the gun, a bullet hits Matthew's palm and injures him. Outside, the passengers panic, and the flight attendant Gabrielle tries to keep them calm. Terenzio comes out of the cockpit, asking if there is a pilot on board. A woman named Sylvie gets up, although she is only a retired helicopter pilot. Under Terenzio's order, she and Matthew take off with all other passengers. The avionics are broken because of the bullet, and as a result, no one from the plane can contact anyone outside. When the plane is airborne, Sylvie and Matthew try their best to reason with Terenzio, but the man remains adamant. He says that he is an officer assigned to NATO and knows something that they don't. Upon being urged, he reveals that the rays of the sun have become deadly. Starting the next day, the sunrise is going to kill everyone, even those who stay indoors. This has already started in eastern countries like Japan and Korea, and the plane will be the next target if the sunrise catches up with them. Matthew and Sylvie do not believe him and theorize that he is mentally ill. Terenzio also acknowledges that he might seem like an idiot, but claims that he is not. Matthew's hand is bleeding profoundly, which might cause a problem in the long run. One of the passengers, named Laura, is a home health nurse for an old man with dementia. She is the only medical professional on board, so she takes the responsibility to help the pilot. They have no sewing kit to close the wound, so they use a hot knife. Matthew screams in pain, and the passengers panic even more. Matthew knows that if they start to protest, everyone's life will be in danger. Hence, he tells them that they will land at a different location, as per Terenzio's wish, before continuing their way to the original destination. Matthew hopes that the fighter jets are coming to rescue them, since they were taken at gunpoint. But for some reason, Sylvie feels like they are on their own. A passenger named Ayaz has heard them talk about the sun and is suspicious that the pilot is lying to them. Suddenly, an Arab passenger starts coughing and falls unconscious. Ayaz pretends to be helping him and then snatches Terenzio's gun in the process. Terenzio is locked inside the toilet at Ayaz's order, and Matthew is asked to tell the truth. The pilot discloses they are landing in Iceland because Terenzio wanted to go somewhere west. There, the police will arrest the terrorist, and the others will be let free. He also tells them about the sun, and how Terenzio thinks it will kill people. This sends the passengers into a frenzy. They start recalling strange things that happened before they boarded the flight, and are worried about their families. Matthew calms everyone, and takes the responsibility to save them all as the captain. A while later, he tries to land in an airport in Iceland, but gets no signal from traffic control. When they can see the ground close up, they notice several airplanes have crashed into each other, and people are running around. They finally register that Terenzio was telling the truth, but since the runway is blocked, they cannot land. The plane only has enough fuel to fly a bit west to Scotland, hence the captain decides to do so and hope for the best. He brings Terenzio out of the toilet, so the man can tell everyone what is going on. He discloses that he found out about the sun by eavesdropping on his senior's conversation. He doesn't know why it is happening, or if it will stop anytime soon. All he knows is that if they want to survive, they will have to fly away from the sunrise. Meanwhile, the Arab man who passed out earlier is still on the floor. He has a hard time breathing. He's about to go into cardiac arrest. With his last breaths, he says that he swallowed diamonds. The nurse Laura tries her best to pull the diamonds from his ass. I mean to save him, but her attempts go in vain. At the same time, they go through an emergency landing in Scotland, where Matthew stops the plane seconds away from hitting a wall. They go outside, and their phones start chiming with notifications from their loved ones. The night is filled with news about deadly something. Half of the world has died, and the other half is waiting for the day. The airport is empty. Everyone who had the chance to run away has fled. The others are hiding in dark places, hoping that it will protect them. However, the news suggests that people are dying even inside bunkers. Suddenly, they are approached by 3 RAF servicemen asking for help. They only have 45 minutes before sunrise, so they decide to collect important supplies and fly west. One of the passengers is an aircraft expert. He wants alive.
Let's go. I can almost get afraid of
They
it.
take off one more time. One of the servicemen is a pilot and suggests they fly away from the equator to avoid the sun catching up to them faster. Their next stop is Canada, where they will fuel up the airplane again and fix the radio. A while later, the internet is fixed, and their phones all begin to chime. They receive the last messages from their loved ones who have already died in Brussels. Then, a man finds an article saying that the cause of the disaster is the sun's polarity. Another passenger named Horst is a climate specialist and knows what a sun's polarity means. He explains that every 11 years the sun's magnetic field reverses, but no one knows why. It has no significant effect on the world, so not much research has been done. However, over the past few decades, the intensity of the reversal was growing weaker. Because of this, Horst thinks the reversal has become much more powerful in the other direction. If what he is saying is true, the Earth is being blasted with gamma rays everywhere the sun falls, which is why people are dying instantly. They have no way to prove the theory because the scientists who published the article are also probably all dead. Right then, IAS finds out in news reports that the RAF servicemen they picked up are terrorists from Afghanistan. They were arrested and were being brought back to their country at the airport. Outside, one of them gets into an argument and pushes the old man who has dementia. It causes his death and gains the terrorist the passenger's disapproval. Being a terrorist is cool, but pushing old people, dude. Sylvie tells Matthew about the news report, and the two decide to abandon the terrorists when they land in Canada. A few minutes later, they land and have 2 hours before sunrise. Several victims of the sunlight lie around in the city. The terrorists are asked to look for repair radio parts in the nearest shop. They agree, but insist on taking Gabrielle and Jacob with them. The problem is that
No, there
Jacob
might be
knows about
more
the
people
plan,
in the
but
vote.
not Gabrielle. Hence, when they are in the shop and Jacob locks the terrorists in a room, Gabrielle refuses to come with
That's
him.
good.
Jacob doesn't waste any time trying to convince her. In the end, he makes it to the airport while being followed by the terrorists. But Gabrielle is left back in the city. The airplane takes off without her. The terrorists follow it. They're able to hit a window with a bullet. Fortunately for the passengers, it only creates a crack. So if they maintain a level altitude, it will not break. A terminally ill kid named Dominic is also on the flight. Ayaz tries to chat with him, but his overprotective mother Zara asks the man to go away. Suddenly, they get a radio signal from someone in Hawaii. The conversation is cut short, but they assume that some survivors are staying in an underwater bunker, which is why they are alive. Matthew wants to leave for Hawaii as soon as possible, but Sylvie thinks going there because of an unclear message would be stupid. Meanwhile, Terenzio is furious that the captain gets to make all the decisions. He protests, and everyone comes to an agreement that they will vote to make a decision from now on. Just when things start to calm down, several alarms ring at the same time, indicating an aircraft malfunction. Upon realizing the problem, Matthew learns that one of the terrorists who was following the plane earlier has somehow attached himself to the landing gear. If he remains there, they will not be able to land. Hence, Matthew decides to fly as high as possible, so the temperature and lack of oxygen will take him down. However, he fails to consider the cracked window because of the pressure difference, causing chaos inside the plane. Things fly into the sky as the passengers brace themselves for impact. Matthew quickly brings the plane to a lower altitude, and Jacob uses a wooden board to close the window for some time. Everyone calms down, but Dominic has trouble breathing because his respiratory tube flew away. Ayaz thinks of a plan and uses the oxygen pipe to make a respiratory tube. Zara is thankful and ashamed that she was mean to Ayaz earlier. The captain tells everyone that Hawaii is no longer an option because they will never reach there on time at this altitude. The most feasible option would be to land in Attu, an Alaskan island. Moreover, the turbulence wasn't able to get rid of the hanging terrorist. This guy would be Superman if he wasn't, a terrorist. Ayaz, Jacob, and Terenzio go to the undercarriage and make a hole on the plane's floor to get a view of him. Terenzio uses his gun to point into the dark, but the criminal pulls it and almost kills him. Luckily, Ayaz comes to his rescue and shoots the terrorist dead. He becomes their hero for a few minutes before the passengers find out that he is the reason the passenger died. They bury his body back in Canada, where a guy saw Ayaz cut his stomach open. Ayaz confesses he is a con artist who was smuggling diamonds from Brussels to Moscow. The diamonds were inside the Arab man's body. body
No.
with his consent, but he died
No.
because he didn't follow the panicking instructions.
Oh my god, luckily I still keep my armor.
Some passengers protest that Ayaz should be abandoned like the terrorists, but the overall vote falls in Ayaz's favor. As a result, he is handcuffed in the avionics bay. In the following scene, they land in Alaska and refill the tank again before taking off. Once airborne, the garmatologist Horace discovers something strange. The fruits they picked up in Canada taste like they have no flavor. He thinks it is because the gamma rays are so intense that they are remodeling the atomic structure of the food. The most concerning part is that it decreases the nutritional value of the food. If this goes on, they will starve to death in a few weeks. The science in this movie is out of control bullshit. Matthew acknowledges the danger, but claims that their primary concern should be running away from the sun. He has started to lose control of himself in the past few hours.
I should have
Sylvie
kept
asks
him
him
though.
to take a rest, but he yells at her, which is unlike his normal self. The passengers decide to force him to rest and bring him outside the cockpit. Although annoyed, Matthew promises to sleep for the next few hours. A while later, they pick another signal on the radio and hear two parties talking, but the group only hears them say Stara 17. They soon figure out that the person talking on the phone is a cosmonaut in space. They are shocked that someone like that is alive, but this also means he is talking to the control room, which is on the Earth. With renewed hope for survival, they decide to go to NATO headquarters in Brussels, where it all began. At this rate, they will have 4 hours after they land in Brussels until the sun comes out. Hence, they might find some information about the secret bunker in the headquarters with Terenzio's help. Outside, Laura finds Matthew unconscious in the toilet. It turns out that the injury on his palm has been infected and caused blood poisoning. This is why he has been acting the way he did earlier. To solve the problem, they have to amputate his tissue. Laura says she can do the operation in Brussels and manage to reach a hospital. However, without Matthew, Sylvie cannot land the plane on her own. Passengers beg her since she is the closest thing to a pilot they have, but she knows that she can only land a helicopter. Horst makes her understand that if she doesn't take initiative, everyone is going to die. Following that, Sylvie is made to watch a few videos on how to land a plane. However, when she has to actually do the work, she panics. An aggressive turbulence hits, and everyone braces themselves for the worst. In the end, they go through a shaky landing, but other than that, both the plane and the passengers are safe. Everyone claps for Sylvie and enjoys the moment of achievement amidst the disaster. Not wasting much time, they divide into 3 groups to do different tasks. 2 men stay at the airport to refill the fuel. Zara, Laura, and her group bring Matthew to the nearest hospital, while Terenzio, Ayaz, and a man named Rick go to the NATO headquarters. At the hospital, they find numerous dead bodies blocking hallways. By the look of it, people were informed about the deaths before sunrise and were trying to save their lives. Laura orders everyone to ignore the chaos and focus on saving Matthew. At the same time, Zara fills her bags with medicine for her son and for the others. Meanwhile, at NATO headquarters, Terenzio shows them the conference room where he first heard about the disaster. They cannot go through all the papers with the time they have left, so Rick decides to see if the surveillance footage has something. While he is away, Terenzio makes fun of Ayaz's Turkish descent, and the two get into a fight. Nothing like racism at the end of the world. He accidentally hits Ayaz, causing him to fall unconscious and bleed heavily. Somewhere else, Rick finds a recording of the officials talking about a bunker under a dam in Bulgaria. The place's name is Stara 17, the same thing they heard on the radio a few hours ago. Before he can go back to the guys, Terenzio comes to him and tells him that Ayaz has already left. Rick sees Ayaz's body lying in a pool of blood on the screen, but is too scared to speak. Half an hour before the sunrise, everyone boards the plane. Matthew is not in his best state, but feels better after the surgery. Terenzio tells everyone that Ayaz drove away before them, but they can no longer wait for him to return. With heavy hearts, they start the engines, when suddenly, a car stops in front of the plane, and Ayaz comes out. In the following scene, Terenzio is being handcuffed in the avionics bay. Sylvie tells everyone that if the Bulgaria plane doesn't work, they won't have enough fuel or time to reach another destination. When they touch down, everyone must be ready, because they will only have 20 minutes to drive to the location of the bunker.
I think I still cheat
Ayaz
this.
is in the toilet when suddenly he gets a seizure. It lasts only for a few seconds, and he thinks it is because he has lost too much blood. However, he refrains from telling the others. When he comes outside, he is asked what he wants to do with Terenzio. Not wanting to sentence him to death, he allows the guy to come with them to the bunker. A while later, they land at a Bulgarian airport, and separate into two groups, riding two different vehicles. Sylvie drives the first car and leads the way, while Ayaz drives the second one. On the way, he gets a seizure again, causing them to crash. The first car has already driven far away, and the group has no way to keep up in a short time. At an intersection, Sylvie takes the right turn and reaches a half-open gate. A passenger tries touching it and is sent flying because of the electricity. However, it turns out that they have to continue pressing a button for the gate to stay open. To redeem himself, Terenzio offers to wait for the others, while Sylvie and the group go inside. Before leaving, Sylvie handcuffs him to the stand so he won't betray them. It also confirms that he will only be free when the other group arrives. However, Ayaz and the group take a left turn at the intersection and reach a similar gate from the other side of the dam. They use their clothes to climb up and beyond the entrance. In the end, they all reach the entrance to the bunker, even though they took different exits. The passengers are finally received by military men who welcome them inside and affirm that they are safe here. Terenzio is left alone, asking God for forgiveness. As the sun rises, he stands facing it and asks it to do its best. And it's all said and done. To know what happens to the surviving passengers next, watch the second part in our new channel, Series Recap. Thank you for watching. Mom, I got you the new Febreze 2-in-1.
Isn't Febreze a refreshing new fabric?
Yes, but Febreze now kills up to 99.9% of viruses and germs. Not only on fabrics,
You don't
but
want
also on hard surfaces.
And it smells so good.
Kills up to 99.9% of viruses and germs, including the COVID-19 virus.
Hi guys, my name is Maya and I'm from Jordan. I have two sisters who are a couple of years older than me. They both have blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin, while my eyes are black like my curly hair. My sisters thought they were prettier than me and they made sure I never forgot that. Once when I was in kindergarten, I came home to show everyone the family tree I'd made. My oldest sister, Layla, the meanest girl on earth, snatched the card from me and said, "Aw, Arliss, I can't deny it's beautiful, but I think you missed something." And with that, she colored my face with a black crayon. "See? Now it looks better." She threw the card at me and left laughing with my other sister, Selma. I cried, but Mom hugged me tight. "Oh, Maya, ignore your sisters. They're jealous of your beauty." Mom always cheered me up. I realized she was lying when I was 8, and some guests came to visit. One of the women said to my mom, "Your daughters are pretty, but this youngest one is quite unlucky. I doubt she'll ever get married." "Oh well, she can take care of you and your husband in your old age." I think Mom is special in her own way. And then Selma spoke up. "Mom, she is ugly. Just face it. Stop being stupid and shut up already. Don't talk to Mom like that, you witch." I pounced on her and bit her arm so hard it swelled up. She had to put on a bandage for a week. As if my sisters weren't awful enough, Dad was a jerk too. He didn't love Mom at all. He was only with her because she was rich. He thought I was ugly too and always blamed Mom for giving me her
No, just keep from there.
Since I was Mom's favorite, she did her best to make up for the rest of my terrible family. When I was only in the 7th grade, I had a big closet full of the fanciest clothes and makeup brands. I liked that, but what I really wanted the most was to join an international school in the capital city. Mom said we'd move, but my sisters threw a huge tantrum when they found out. Why would we leave our amazing lives and friends and go live somewhere else? It's not our fault that Mia is ugly and no one likes her here. Mia is worthless. She would be more useful if we used her as our broom. Her ugly curly hair is perfect for that. The two witches started laughing like maniacs. Just then, Dad walked in and shouted,
Listen, woman, if you decide to move out, you can consider yourself divorced.
"Mom, that's amazing." Mom smiled at me and decided to leave. And Dad did divorce Mom. My sisters had no choice but to come with us. And now they hated me even more. My birthday usually fell on the first day of school, and Mom would always throw a huge party. But this time, I told her that I didn't want to celebrate my birthday anymore. Why would someone celebrate losing a year of their life? To celebrate getting older? That's just weird. Baby, why are you saying this? I see celebrating a birthday as being grateful for living another year. Listen, why don't we just celebrate it at school? I'll give all the kids fancy presents, and they'll people. Everyone looked shocked and they started whispering. Just then, my sister showed up from behind me. Oh, excuse her. She's our sister, but she has some issues. We are so sorry for her bad manners. With that, they pushed me aside and introduced themselves to Noor and started taking selfies with her. Ugh, these horrible creatures. It was obvious that this Noor ruled the school. I knew after my outburst, she wouldn't leave me alone. But to my surprise, she did leave me alone. I was the invisible girl. No one dared to talk to me or sit next to me because they knew Noor would be bad. Things went on like that for weeks, until one day a couple of boys sat next to me at lunch. Hey, listen, I'm speaking on behalf of all the boys in the school. We all think you're very pretty. What? Are you making fun of me? Why would we? Those big black eyes, long curly hair, and that tan, flawless skin? God, I really wish Noor wasn't around. You're so pretty, Maya. Oh, so you're man enough to confess your feelings, but only when Noor isn't around. You're like scared mice in front of her. Just go away and leave me alone. Told you. She's not only pretty, she's brave too. And always speaks her mind. Man, I think I'm falling in love. Just then, Noor passed by and the boys ran off like little baby rabbits. Later that day when I walked past the bathroom, I heard some girls scream whispering and cursing. I opened the door and found Noor and Layla pushing another small girl who was screaming in fright. I immediately pushed Noor aside. What are you doing? Stop this. Oh, look who's here. And what are you gonna do about it? Touch her again and I will hurt you. Oh, really? Robin Hood? Watch this. And then she pushed the small girl again. I was about to attack her when Layla jumped in and the two pinned me against the wall. Just leave before you regret coming to the school. They let me go and I ran away. Straight to the principal's office. If they thought I'd let them get away with being bullies, they were so wrong. And I was so happy when Noor and Layla got suspended for 2 weeks. Layla and I didn't talk at home, and I didn't tell Mom about anything. One day during lunch, the cute boy from the other day came to me and announced in front of everyone, I think you're right. I can't be scared forever. I like you, Maya. Can we be friends? Just then Noor came running to us screaming, heck no! Suddenly she attacked me and then she ripped my t-shirt so that everyone could see the burn scars on my stomach. I got these scars when I was 3 and I'd never told a soul about them. Everyone, just look at her. She's a freak. Why would you want to be with someone like her when you could have a perfect girl like me? The boys were staring at my stomach, speechless, and so was everyone else. I was shocked. Of course, if only my sisters could have told Noor about my scars. Angry tears started rolling down my cheeks. Oh, look at this crybaby. Not only do you have an ugly face, it's just that everything is so ugly about you. Just stay home and say goodbye to high school. And you, say goodbye to your shiny, smooth, red hair. And with that, I jumped on her and started tearing her hair out. She started screaming and crying until some of the students and teachers pulled me away. The principal demanded that I come to her office, but I pushed her away and ran out of the school. Mom was furious when she heard the whole thing. She said she wanted to come to the school. I said no and tried to convince her to stay home. But the next day, Mom turned up at school. The moment she saw Noor, she started walking towards her angrily to shout at her. But just then, Layla pushed Mom away and she fell on the ground. Don't you dare touch my friend. Instead of coming to school to embarrass yourself, stay home and discipline your little Maya. She's a monster, not a sister. I couldn't take it anymore. I jumped on Layla to attack her. Suddenly, Selma came running too, and I knew I was about to get my butt kicked. But to my shock, she slapped Layla and pushed her away from me. Then she helped Mom get up, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Did Selma just defend me and Mom? That's enough, Layla. I would never choose a stranger over my family, especially a jerk like Noor. She promised to keep Maya's scars a secret, and look what she did yesterday. And that's why I'm ending my stupid friendship with her and you, Layla. Layla looked furious. She took Noor's hand and they both stormed off. Later that evening, I barged into Layla and Selma's room to get something off my chest. I just came here to say, you two have mocked me and bullied me all my life, but to tell my biggest secret to someone like because you probably got into some dumb fight with Layla and wanted to tease her. Just then, Selma started to cry and got down on her knees. I swear I've changed. Maya, I've been a mean, jealous jerk. I've always envied you for your beauty and even more for your amazing personality. You're confident, brave, smart, funny, and kind. You're amazing, my little sister. You're amazing. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Selma was jealous of my beauty? I helped her get up and hugged her tight. And for the first time, she said, I love you, Maya. I truly do. I'm sorry about all the pain I caused you. Please forgive me. It's all right now. I forgive you. And I love you too.
Let's go.
Ew, I think I'm gonna barf. I still think you're ugly, Maya. And I don't regret telling Nor anything. I'd choose my gorgeous BFF over you two losers any day. I can't even share a room with you anymore, Selma.
go.
You disgust me. And with that, she picked up her things and moved to the attic. Some weeks later, Layla had to make a
Thank you
presentation
guys so much for
on Earth
watching.
Day in front of the whole school,
Oh my.
including some important guests like
Infinite
Mr.
damage.
Education. When it was her turn,
What?
she went onto the stage confidently and turned on the slideshow. But to my horror, I saw pictures of me on the screen.
Well,
with
thank you guys for
terrible
watching.
things
Hope you
written
have a
about
beautiful
how
day.
dark and ugly
Peace
I
out.
was.